With hipover50.com. Today I'm going to talk about how to be happier. Isn't that why we do everything? I mean, let's face it, we go for the girl or the guy, we get married, we have children, we get a particular job, we earn so much money, we buy the flashy new car, we get that second home, we go on vacation, we travel. All of it is because we think once we do those things, we'll be happier. And of course, often that is the truth. I mean, those are pretty wonderful things. They can be. But if we could just skip the middleman, I'm not saying those things aren't wonderful and that you shouldn't go for relationships or cars or whatever, but don't go for them thinking they'll make you happy. Choose to be happy already. And then everything you do from that point is just going to add to your happiness. Because when you keep chasing different things or thinking, when I get that, then I'll be happy. When I get the girl, when I get the guy, when I get the new home, when I have a baby, then I'll be happy. You're postponing your happiness. And why would you ever want to do that? You can be happy now. And again, I know that's a tricky concept because most of us think we have to reach a certain plateau. We have to have an external reason to be happy. We can't just turn it on like a light switch. But yes, you can. You really, truly can. You can decide to be happy now with where you are, what you're doing. Will those other experiences add to it? Of course it will. But if you're already happy now, if you already have peace of mind now, and you're already good where you are, those things will just be the icing on the cake. They won't be the cake because you've already baked the cake. You've already made yourself happy just because you've decided to be happy. And you're like, Tessa, okay, that sounds great, but how do I be happy without those things that help me light myself up, without those reasons, without those goals? You just choose to be. And I know that sounds like super simplistic, and it can be one of the hardest switches to make in your life, but it's very powerful. I mean, I found myself, I love to crank up the music and dance, but just cranking up the music, it's always been kind of like my go-to when I'm in to up my mood or whatever. And I just realized, recently that when I do that, and if I'm not thinking about anything else, I get out of my head, I'm just in the moment listening to the music, I'm pretty damn happy. I could stop myself saying, well, I could have this or that, I could be happier. But take those little morsels of happiness and say, yeah, that's happiness. That's the good stuff. Don't say, I could be happier if I had more. Give yourself that nugget of happiness now. Do those things that light you up. Realize that you have it in you to just decide to be happy, to get out of the state of mind where you take thoughts and turn them into negative feelings or negative moods. And trust me, that will be a game changer for you. That will totally change your whole mood and your whole mindset. So that is the first step. Get out of the habit of having negative thoughts, paying attention to them, and then turning them into a negative mood. Instead, choose thoughts that make you feel good. Choose thoughts that make you happy. And that could mean turning off social media for a while. It could mean turning off certain friends for a while or forever. It could mean not paying attention to the news as much. But you have to dial down the negativity before you can be happy. And I think a lot of us, myself included, before I figured it out, I used to always be in kind of a shitty mood, to be honest with you. I mean, I didn't have any reason to smile. My life wasn't particularly horrible, but it wasn't great. I would look at all the things that were happening that I didn't like and add them all up and go, oh, God, this sucks, But then when I got into the habit of actually looking for things that were good and kind of building on those and then acting on those thoughts, that is the second component of this whole be happier thing. It's like turn off the negative thoughts, turn on the positive thoughts. And then when you have a positive idea or a positive motivation, go for it. Don't stop and go, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. No, do it now because that will reinforce your happiness and it will reinforce your belief that you can be happy just like that. That is the key component of anything. Law of attraction, you name it. Do something. Turn the music on. Don't sit there and think, oh, maybe I could, maybe I could play some music, maybe not. Just put it on and enjoy it and let yourself go and enjoy it. For you, it may be something else. It may be, maybe it's video games, although I think that's something where you are not really happy, but you're just distracted. There's a difference between being distracted and being happy. Things that you are actually active in, that you can activate your, your sort of your body and your motion to do something, to kind of get moving, to kind of become involved in what makes you happy. Baking, for me, it's that I love that. That makes me happy. Maybe for you, it's going for a walk. Whatever it is, if it's get the thought, I like doing this. Oh, check out my perfect day video. It's called How to Make Any Decision. And when you're practicing your perfect day, you're doing things that you like to do with people you like to do. And it gets a lot easier to stay in a happy mood because it reinforces itself. So stop the negative thoughts. Don't string them together and make a feeling. Don't do it. And then turn on the happy thoughts, turn on the things that do light you up, and actually do them. I can't stress that enough. Go out and do them. All right, let me know how you get on, as we say over here in England, and I'll look forward to your comments. Talk to you soon. Bye.